Hi, I'm Chris Montoya, and I sell houses, and I'm here with Tony Greer, and he runs real estate agent companies. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you today, Chris?
You know what? I'm awesome, man. Tell us what you do.
Well, primarily, I'm a managing broker of about 120 agents, and I have offices in here in Canyon City, Pueblo West, Pueblo, Trinidad.
Oh,
We have a few agents in Salida, too.
okay. Very cool. And little secret here, me and Tony are friends, and he's actually my mentor, man.
We're not really friends.
We're sort of friends. I like to think we're friends. I don't know what he thinks. But so what's new at Keller Williams?
What's new? Well, we have offered our agents an opportunity to invest in a title company and a mortgage company. It's part of our value proposition, our opportunity map that we created years ago. So we've started fulfilling those promises.
Why is that important?
I think real estate's changed a lot since we got into the business. You've been in it a while, I've been in it a while, and it's really difficult to remain competitive without offering these ancillary services. We've found that consumers prefer a one-stop shop. So they would like to meet an agent that they like and trust, and then know who those agents endorse. So by being in control of the hiring process, and managing those other ancillary services, we can provide quality that we wouldn't have really control of otherwise.
Okay. And so how would you say that's a benefit to the realtor and or the buyer or seller?
Well, for the realtor, there are a couple advantages. One, you have a couple of different profit streams, I suppose, but you have tighter control over the quality of the service they get. So for a lot of people, consumers, title, for instance, is an afterthought. We all know that you need a mortgage to buy a house unless you're paying cash. That's a given. Everybody accepts that. But really, and you'd have to agree, I think, in the real estate business, that consumers don't really have a title company preference unless they have a friend or relative in the title business, right?
That's what I found.
Right, yeah. And that's something that really you don't even start shopping for until you need it, and then is the path of least resistance. So we're able to provide an additional layer of service and control who's providing that service.
That makes sense to me. That makes sense. So tell me something exciting going on that most people wouldn't know about your business right now.
What's exciting going on? Well, we've had a lot of change in legislations this year, right? And so a lot of laws have been passed that affect residential properties. And this has had a compound effect. So there are people that have been in residential investment for many, many years who are deciding to get out of residential investment and get into something a little less legislated, like commercial properties. What that's done is that created an opportunity for people that haven't been in residential investment for many years to give them an opportunity to invest in residential properties, and they might not have otherwise had that. I'll take apartment complexes, for example. It's very difficult for consumer first time out to even get access to buying an apartment complex, right? They're usually purchased and held for many, many years, generation or two, right? And now we've got people that are sort of selling those residential apartment buildings and moving their investments either into the commercial sector or outside of Colorado in areas where they're less legislated. And that has created an opening and an opportunity for people that have always wanted to get into residential investment and haven't been able to do that.
So let's talk about the local market. What's the best thing that's going on right now?
The best thing that's going on right now is inventory is picking up. So if you're a home purchaser, you've got a little bit more to look at. And we anticipate interest rates probably dropping by the end of the year. And you know what that does, right? A 1% drop in interest rate, it results in a 10% increase in purchasing power. Okay, you're not going to be able, probably, because we've got this pent-up demand, you're probably not going to be able to go out and buy a 10% bigger house or 10% nicer house. You're going to buy the house that you've been looking at today, waiting for interest rates to come down. The value that's going to go up about 10%, right? So we've been sort of artificially held down, just like we were artificially propped up during the pandemic. So the opportunity today is the interest rates are a little bit higher, but you can buy properties today when there's not as much competition because there's people off to the sideline. And then when interest rates do drop down, your housing, the price of your investment goes up, or the value of your investment goes up, and you can refinance and still take advantage of those lower rates.
And also the increase in inventory, the more opportunity you have to find the home you want.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of competitive things.
You remember during the pandemic, if you found a house that was in your price range that was decent, you just bought it.
Yeah.
You just buy it, and now we're going to have a little bit more ability to shop around.
You know what? I like that. Tell me your favorite thing going on in Canyon City, not real estate related.
Well, flashback on Main Street this weekend. This is the opening of festival season.
So it's the festival season because this is going to go out a little bit after flashback.
Yeah. So flashback on Main Street is the opening of festival season. We in Canyon City are known for our festivals, and that's just a real exciting time to visit Canyon City. And we see an influx of people coming from outside the community that say, hey, this would be a pretty nice place to live.
Yeah. You know what? That's one of the things I love about. I love our festivals. We have the best. I love our river. I love all that stuff. Yeah. So we're at the point of the interview where you get to ask me one question.
Well, what are your plans for real estate in the next 12 months?
In the next 12 months, here's what I think. I think there's going to be a heavy push towards a lot of digital marketing, some of the formats that we do, because our job is outreach, right? Outreach and education. I don't make decisions for people. I just educate them on what I think is happening in the market. And I pay attention to, several podcasts nationally and a bunch of stuff locally because, we have to check the inventory every single day.
Every day.
We have to know exactly what's going on. And actually, to be perfectly honest, my favorite thing is marketing, man. I got to say, I love marketing. I love the marketing opportunities. I like Matterports. I like doing cool things with people. I like doing cool things I love videos. I love videoing, taping houses. I love going in there. I like marketing houses. It's my favorite thing. And the way that digital marketing is moving these days, it's really moving in my direction.
And it's moving really fast.
Yeah, it's moving fast.
I love marketing too, but the opportunity that I see in the next 12 months, maybe 24 months, is that real estate has cooled down a little bit. And so we've got a generation of real estate agents who have not really had to sing for their supper, I call it, right? You haven't had to go out and prospect and do the things that we normally would do. And so it's been very difficult for a trainer and a coach. It's been very difficult to reach people because they've felt like for the past 5 years, they haven't needed us. And now we're starting to see agents that are a little bit more receptive to classes. It's easier to fill a classroom, et cetera. I taught a class this morning. Last week, I had 7 people enrolled. This morning, I had 35.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's really cool because it gives the people who won the chance to get education and move forward and actually be helpful to the consumer.
Really springboard. As you remember, you were here in 2009, the economic crash in 2008, 2009. That's when our company grew the most, and that's when we gained the most market share, and that's when we became number one, right? Now, we're not number one in every market sector, but we are still today the highest selling real estate company in Southern Colorado.
I love it. Hey, man, I appreciate your time.
I appreciate your time.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.